Grey hair completely changes your face and your old makeup routine? It might be aging you by 10 years. Yep, the wrong shades can make you look washed out, tired, or even dull. But don't worry, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which makeup colors will make your grey hair pop, your skin glow, and your features stand out in the best way possible. Plus, I'm sharing one mistake almost everyone makes that instantly makes grey hair look drab, so stick around for that. Let's start with the base, which is your foundation. It might not be something you think about when transitioning to grey, but trust me, it makes a huge difference. Foundation is the base of your entire look, and once your hair turns grey, your go-to shade might not be doing you any favours. The cool undertones of grey hair naturally shift the way your complexion appears, and wearing the wrong foundation can throw everything off balance. If your foundation is too warm, it can make your skin look muddy or overly golden. If it's too cool, it can drain warmth from your face, leaving you looking pale and tired. The key is finding a shade that enhances your natural skin tone while complementing your silver strands. If your skin leans warm, look for a neutral or slightly golden foundation, but avoid anything overly yellow, as it can create too much contrast against grey hair and make your complexion appear unnatural. A soft, neutral warmth is more flattering, bringing life to your skin without clashing with your hair. If you have a cool or neutral undertone, a foundation with a touch of pink or soft beige will help maintain balance. The goal is to create a healthy, even complexion that blends seamlessly with your natural undertones. For deeper skin tones, it's especially important to avoid ashy foundation. Some deeper shades have too much grey or cool undertone, which can make the entire face look dull or lifeless. Instead, opt for warm neutrals, golden browns, or rich deep shades with a hint of warmth. These colors bring out the richness of your skin while ensuring that your makeup enhances your natural beauty rather than washing you out. Transitioning to grey hair also means rethinking the finish of your foundation. Heavy, matte formulas can make the skin appear flat or dry, which isn't always the most flattering look, especially as skin naturally loses some of its moisture over time. Instead, a lightweight or radiant formula can bring back a fresh, youthful glow. Foundations with a luminous or hydrating finish add dimension and softness, making the complexion look healthier and more vibrant. Another thing to consider is how your skin's texture changes as you age. If fine lines or dryness have become more noticeable, switching to a more hydrating foundation can make a big difference. Liquid and serum-based formulas often work best, as they blend easily and provide a smoother finish. If you prefer powder foundation, look for finely milled, silky textures that don't settle into lines or emphasize dry areas. Foundation should always enhance your natural beauty, not mask it. By adjusting the shade, undertone, and finish to work with your grey hair, you can create a polished, radiant look that feels fresh and modern. Now that the foundation is looking fresh and natural, it's time to focus on one of the most overlooked but most important features, which is your brows. They frame your entire face, and when your hair turns grey, your brows can suddenly seem too dark, too light, or just out of balance. Grey hair naturally softens your overall colouring, which means your brows play an even bigger role in framing your face. If your brows stay too dark and harsh, they can look heavy and unnatural, creating an unbalanced contrast against your lighter hair. On the other hand, if they've started to fade or turn grey themselves, they can disappear completely, making your face look less defined and your features less structured. A well-shaped, properly coloured brow brings back definition, lifts the face, and gives a polished look without requiring much effort. One of the most common mistakes is sticking with the same brow pencil or powder you've always used. What worked when you had brunette or blonde hair may now look too harsh, too warm, or just out of place. Instead, choosing a brow product that is 1 to 2 shades lighter than your natural colour creates a softer, more flattering effect. Cool-toned taupe, soft brown, or an ashy grey-brown tends to look the most natural against silver or white hair. If your brows are naturally darker, going just a shade lighter helps soften them without making them look too stark. If your brows have started turning grey, a tinted brow gel can be a game changer. It subtly blends in the greys while adding just enough colour to keep them visible and well-defined. A cool brown or soft taupe gel keeps everything looking seamless and natural. Avoid anything too warm or reddish, as these tones can clash with the cooler tones of your silver hair and create an artificial look. Shape is just as important as colour. Brows that are too thin can make you look older, while brows that are too heavy can overpower your features. A soft, natural arch that follows the shape of your face is the most flattering. Instead of drawing a solid line, use light, hair-like strokes with a microfine brow pencil or brow powder. This technique mimics the look of real hair and keeps the brows looking soft and natural rather than overly drawn in or severe. If your brows are sparse or patchy, filling them in with a fine tip brow pencil can make a big difference. Using light, feathery strokes creates definition while keeping the look soft and realistic. For extra hold and a polished finish, brush through your brows with a clear or tinted brow gel. This keeps everything in place without making them look stiff or unnatural. A well-groomed brow makes more of an impact than many people realize. It brings balance to the face, enhances the eyes, and instantly makes you look more put together, even if the rest of your makeup is minimal. Taking just a couple of minutes to define your brows can transform your entire look, making your grey hair appear even more sophisticated and intentional. Now that your brows are framing your face beautifully, it's time to add some much-needed warmth and colour. Grey hair changes everything, including how your natural skin tone appears. You might have noticed that your face looks a little dull or even pale, even if you're wearing foundation. That's because grey hair removes some of the warmth that used to balance out your complexion. Without the right colour on your cheeks, your face can look flat or washed out. Blush is essential for bringing back that healthy, youthful glow, but the shade you choose makes all the difference. The colours that looked beautiful when you were a brunette or blonde may not be as flattering anymore. Grey hair changes the overall balance of your complexion, and certain warm tones that once worked can now make your skin look dull, sallow, or even tired. Browns, oranges, and overly warm peach tones can sometimes clash with the coolness of silver or white hair, creating a look that feels outdated or unbalanced. Cool pinks, soft roses, and fresh berry tones are some of the most flattering choices. These colours bring a natural vibrancy to the skin without looking overpowering. They provide just enough contrast against grey hair while still appearing soft and elegant. The key is choosing a shade that enhances your complexion while complementing your silver strands. If you have fair skin, light pinks and soft peaches work beautifully, adding a touch of warmth without being too overpowering. For medium skin tones, rose, mauve, or a sheer berry shade can be incredibly flattering, providing the perfect amount of depth without looking too strong. If you have deeper skin, rich berries, plums, or even a deep rose shade will enhance your features while keeping the skin looking radiant and full of life. These shades prevent the complexion from appearing washed out and add the right amount of warmth to balance your overall look. Formula matters just as much as colour. As skin matures, it tends to lose some of its natural moisture, which means choosing the right blush formula is key to achieving a fresh and youthful look. Cream blushes are a fantastic option because they blend seamlessly into the skin and provide a natural, lit-from-within glow. They also offer a more hydrated, dewy finish that enhances the skin's natural radiance. Powder blushes can sometimes settle into fine lines or emphasize dryness, which can make the skin look older rather than more youthful. However, if you prefer powder, choosing one with a silky, luminous finish rather than a flat matte formula can make all the difference. A soft, radiant finish helps the skin appear fresh and glowing rather than dry or dull. Application also plays a big role in how natural and flattering your blush looks. Placing blush too low on the face can drag everything downward, creating a tired or aged appearance. Instead, applying blush slightly higher on the cheekbones and blending upward can create a lifting effect, making the face look more sculpted and youthful. Using a light hand and gradually building up the color prevents over-application, keeping the look soft, natural, and effortless. Blush is a simple step that makes a big impact. The right shade and application technique can bring warmth, brightness, and a touch of vitality to your face, making your grey hair look even more radiant. Blush is one of the easiest ways to revive your complexion and add a youthful glow. It takes just a few seconds but makes a huge impact, tying together your entire look. Now that your skin has warmth and your features are framed beautifully, it's time to bring attention to your eyes. The right eyeshadow can enhance your natural beauty and make your eyes pop, but the wrong shades can make you look tired or washed out. Many people don't realize that once their hair turns grey, their go-to eyeshadow colors may no longer be the most flattering. The tones that once looked rich and vibrant can suddenly seem too harsh, too warm, or just dull against the coolness of silver or white hair. Warm, orange-based browns, yellow-toned golds, and overly frosty silvers tend to clash with grey hair. These colors can either make the skin around your eyes look tired or emphasize fine lines in a way that isn't flattering. Instead, cooler, more muted tones complement grey hair beautifully while enhancing your natural eye color. Cool-toned taupes, soft greys, dusty roses, and muted mauves are some of the best choices. These shades create depth without looking too heavy and provide just the right amount of contrast. If you want to bring out your eye color, consider shades that complement your natural tones. Blues and greens pop beautifully against brown eyes, while deep plums and berries enhance green or hazel eyes. For blue eyes, soft taupes, greys, and cool browns create a subtle, elegant contrast. If you want a little more depth, deep berries, rich plums, or navy blue can add sophistication without overwhelming your features. These colors give a refined, polished look and can be used lightly for a soft effect or built up for more intensity. If you prefer a more natural, everyday look, a wash of taupe or dusty pink on the lids with a soft brown in the crease is always a safe and flattering choice. Texture also makes a difference. While a little shimmer can brighten the eyes, overly frosted or metallic shades can emphasize texture and fine lines. Satin or softly luminous finishes work best because they add dimension without drawing attention to any creases or wrinkles. Matte shadows can be great for definition, but should be well blended to avoid a flat or dry appearance. The right eyeshadow shades can make a huge impact by enhancing your features in a soft, flattering way. But eyeshadow isn't the only thing that needs an update. Eyeliner plays a huge role in defining the eyes and bringing everything together, so let's talk about that next. Eyeliner is one of the easiest ways to add definition and make your eyes stand out, but the color and application technique make all the difference. What once looked polished and elegant with darker hair may now look too intense or unbalanced against the softer, cooler tones of grey hair. If you've been using jet black eyeliner for years, you might have noticed that it suddenly looks a little too harsh. Black eyeliner can create a stark contrast that makes the eyes appear smaller or even more tired. Instead of enhancing your features, it can have an aging effect by making the lines around your eyes more noticeable. A softer alternative is to switch to deep charcoal, espresso brown, or navy blue. These colors still provide definition, but in a way that complements grey hair rather than overpowering it. Deep charcoal offers a more refined look without the intensity of black, while espresso brown adds warmth without being too warm. Navy blue is an excellent option for bringing out the whites of your eyes, making them look brighter and more awake. Application is just as important as color choice. A heavy, unblended line can drag the eyes down and make the overall makeup look harsh. Instead of a sharp, graphic line, try a softer, more diffused look. Smudging your eyeliner slightly with a brush or fingertip creates a flattering, lifted effect. A well-blended line adds definition without looking heavy or severe. Pencil and gel liners work well for this softer approach because they can be smudged before they set. If you prefer liquid liner, opt for a fine-tipped brush and apply it in small strokes to create a delicate, natural-looking line. If you have trouble with smudging, a waterproof or long-wearing formula will keep everything in place throughout the day without settling into fine lines. Where you apply eyeliner also matters. Lining only the lower lash line can make the eyes look smaller or more tired, while a heavy upper liner can sometimes feel too dramatic. A subtle, blended line along the upper lash line enhances the eyes without looking overdone. If you like a little definition on the lower lash line, keep it soft by using a taupe or medium brown eyeshadow instead of a heavy liner. Eyeliner is a simple but powerful tool for making the eyes look more defined, expressive, and lifted. With the right shade and application, it enhances the eyes without overpowering your features. Now that the eyes are perfectly balanced, it's time to move on to the final touch, which is your lipstick. Lip color has the ability to brighten your face instantly, pull your entire makeup look together, and add the vibrancy that grey hair sometimes takes away. The right lipstick shade can make your skin look fresh, radiant, and youthful, while the wrong one can leave you looking washed out or dull. Many people make the mistake of reaching for beige or brown-based nude lipsticks, thinking they'll create a soft, natural look. Unfortunately, these shades can drain color from your complexion, making your skin look flat and lifeless. When your hair was darker, you may have been able to get away with warm brown tones. But now that your hair is silver or white, your lipstick needs to provide contrast rather than blend in too much. The best lipstick shades for grey hair are soft roses, fresh berry tones, and classic blue-based reds. These colors complement the coolness of grey while bringing warmth and life back to the face. If you're looking for a shade that's easy to wear every day, a soft pink or mauve is a great option. If you love a bolder lip, deep berry shades or a classic red can add instant sophistication. The key is to choose colors that enhance your natural lip tone while balancing the coolness of your hair. Formula also plays a huge role in how flattering your lipstick looks. Matte lipsticks can sometimes appear too dry, especially on mature lips. They can settle into fine lines and make the lips look thinner than they are. A satin or creamy lipstick formula is much more flattering because it adds dimension and a subtle sheen that makes the lips look fuller and more youthful. If you prefer a more natural look but still want definition, a tinted balm or sheer lipstick in a rosy shade can give just the right amount of color without looking too heavy. If you love nude lips, there's a way to make them work without looking washed out. The key is to choose a nude with a pink or peach undertone rather than a beige or brown base. A soft peachy nude adds just enough warmth to keep your complexion looking lively, while a pink-toned nude gives a fresh and polished appearance. Lip liner is another game changer. As we age, our lips naturally lose some of their definition, and lipstick can start to feather or bleed into fine lines. A lip liner in a shade that matches your natural lip color can help define the shape and make your lipstick last longer. Using a liner also allows you to slightly enhance the fullness of your lips by subtly tracing just outside the natural lip line. Lipstick is the finishing touch that ties everything together, adding color, balance, and personality to your makeup look. Now that we've covered the best shades and formulas, it's time to talk about one mistake you absolutely need to avoid. Many people assume that once their hair turns silver, their makeup should become more neutral or understated. They start skipping blush, reaching for beige or brown lipsticks, and sticking to eyeshadows that barely show up. While the intention is often to create a subtle, elegant look, the result can sometimes have the opposite effect. Too many neutral tones can drain the life from your face, making you look washed out rather than effortlessly chic. Grey hair naturally removes some of the warmth from your complexion, which means adding a little colour back in is essential. This doesn't mean piling on dramatic makeup, but a touch of the right colours can make a world of difference. A soft pink or berry lipstick instantly brightens your features, giving your face a healthy, youthful look. A well-placed blush restores a natural glow to your cheeks, preventing your complexion from looking dull. Defined brows create much-needed structure, framing your face and bringing balance to your features. Properly chosen eyeshadow shades enhance your natural eye color without overpowering your look, keeping everything soft and flattering. These small adjustments work together to balance the coolness of grey hair, making it look polished and intentional rather than dull or unfinished. One of the biggest misconceptions is that keeping makeup minimal means wearing barely there tones. The reality is that a little strategic color actually enhances your features in a way that looks natural and effortless. Soft rosy hues on the cheeks, a sheer wash of color on the eyes, and a flattering lip shade all work together to complement your silver strands. Instead of making your complexion look flat, these touches of color add dimension and radiance, helping your grey hair look vibrant, stylish, and sophisticated rather than washed out. Makeup should always feel like an enhancement, not a mask. The goal isn't to cover up your natural beauty, but to highlight your best features in a way that works with your hair and skin. Choosing the right foundation to match your undertones, warming up your complexion with a fresh blush, defining your brows for structure, and selecting lip colors that flatter your overall look can make all the difference. These thoughtful adjustments keep your makeup feeling modern, elegant, and perfectly suited to your silver hair. Aging doesn't mean fading into the background. If anything, embracing your grey hair can become your signature look, one that makes you appear even more radiant, stylish, and confident than ever before. With the right makeup choices, your silver strands can enhance your beauty rather than wash you out, proving that grey hair is anything but dull. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you changed your makeup routine since going grey, or are you still figuring out what works best? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed watching this video, you will definitely love this next one.